Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys, you know what that means. It means happy Mimosa Day, happy bottomless for anyone who's enjoying it. But we don't stop bringing you all of the deets. And now we have more what an attorney's calling bad news for Erika Girardi, Erika Jane, whatever you want to call her. And I know you guys get sick of us using both names. However, there is a lot to go over because now they're saying that this IRS investigation is bad news for her, and they're explaining why Tom Girardi's indictments, well, why the charges took so long. On top of that, they're also claiming that Erika is failing to acknowledge the turnover of her diamond earrings. So, of course, you know that there is so much to go through here. Now, I feel like we've been talking about this Girardi mess for probably about 2 years now, and I'm wondering, when is this going to come to an end? It's like been her storyline for what? 2 seasons now, going into 3 seasons. I have no idea. I don't have an answer for you, but as things come out, good or bad, we will keep talking about it. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, just like it says in the banner below, make sure you check out Up and Atom 2, our messy little sister channel, because she's a little hellion, but she has the morning meetings like tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. with me, Shaylee, and Jason, the after parties like this Tuesday and Wednesday, and of course, the behind the scenes. So go get subscribed over there. I'll pin the link in the comments. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Atom.
All right, guys, so getting into it, thank you to Reality Blurb for mentioning it all. Now, this is what's being said. Attorney Jay Edelson, one of the many who've taken legal action against Tom Girardi and his estranged wife, Erika Jane, appeared on a podcast where he explained the recent indictments against Tom and commented on the bleak outlook indicated by the IRS investigation into Erika's finances. While also suggesting that more indictments could be coming, the attorney shared what he believes could ultimately tie Erika to Tom Girardi's crimes against his former clients. And I love the podcast he did, by the way. There are 2 sets of indictments that have happened. That's what he explained on Reality Life with Kate Casey. She gets some of the best interviews ever. I love Kate Casey, stating that the focus is on the Lion Air settlement fraud in Chicago, while prosecutors in Los Angeles are focusing on the criminal enterprise known as Girardi Keese. So more indictments after 2 years. It just goes to show you that it doesn't matter. There's not a timeline on this. I was wondering, and we'll break into all of this when we have Emily D. Baker on our channel this week, because she will be on with us and she's breaking down all of the Bravo legal scandals, which I am so excited for. We'll get into all of it because I want to know about statute of limitations. Like, how far can this go back before they're not responsible for it and where they get to say, haha, I got away with it? Or at least Tom, because as far as we know, based off of the court, Erika had no knowledge of any wrongdoing or misdeeds on her husband's behalf. We'll keep going. At the time of Thomas's indictments last month, his law firm's former chief financial officer, Christopher Cameron, was also indicted, as was his son-in-law, David Lira, who previously worked at his firm. I think he's in big trouble, Jay suspected, adding that a third set of prosecutors were also involved. We're expecting that there are going to be a lot of other indictments, lawyers, and other people associated with the Girardi crime family. Wow. According to Jay, the indictments took longer than a typical civil case because they were a criminal matter. You really have to have all of the evidence when you file. You have to be able to prove your case. I think they want to make sure that they had a really tight case. Jay also suspects that prosecutors may have been hoping that those involved in the cases would turn on one another. I suspect that a lot of the people that they've been targeting, question is whether they would start flipping on others in the crime syndicate, and that process takes some time as well. He continued, giving a nod to Keith Griffin, a former Girardi Keese attorney who has not yet been indicted. If there is one person who's going to rat everybody out, it is Keith Griffin. I like how they just already know. Now, while Jay is happy to see people finally being criminally prosecuted, he recognizes that a lot of work will need to be done to find out whether or not Tom is competent enough to stand trial. As we know, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in early 2021 and has been under a conservatorship ever since. But I just want to say this. A lot of fans are skeptical about this, and it's not up to us to be skeptical. I mean, we can be skeptical, but we can't diagnose him, right? Does it sound like, wow, this was perfect timing to get this diagnosis so you could potentially stay out of prison? I'm sure that crossed a lot of people's minds, but I don't think it's ever perfect timing to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia. I think that's a terrible thing to be diagnosed with, and I feel for anybody who is. We're seeing photos of Tom Girardi, and that's where fans are left a little confused because in the photos that you see anytime he surfaces, he looks like he's clearly just deteriorating. And I hate to say that about anybody, but it looks like he's just not in the best health. And that could be a side effect. At least that's what they're saying. But let's keep going. We think that he is faking it. If you saw like the pictures that we're taking of him going to court, he looked like a 140-year-old man. What I heard from others who saw him when the cameras weren't rolling, he was very, like aware and had some pep in his step. I haven't seen his medical records, but my view is he is a liar. There is no question that he was competent as he was carrying out the Ponzi scheme. And as for Erika's IRS drama, which features millions in past due back taxes, Jay said it's very bad news for Erika Jayne that their criminal division is investigating. I think that her criminal exposure really comes from the IRS. So she signed these joint tax returns. And one thing, which is not intuitive to most people, is that if you actually steal money, you've got to report that as income. And if you don't, you get in trouble, even criminally with the IRS. That's where I think she actually could have a ton of liability. Tom was stealing tens of millions of dollars, and I'm sure he wasn't reporting any of it as income, and she signed off on that. While Jay admitted that he is unsure of how much Erika knew in regard to Tom Girardi's misdeeds, he said he believes that he'll be able to prove she benefited from the crimes, describing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member as the front woman of Tom Girardi's scheme. Wow. Not the front woman. It keeps going. Even when he signed up the Lion Air clients, a part of their presentation was Tom's married to Erika Jayne, and she's this rich celebrity, and that shows how successful he is, or was. These are people in Indonesia, and what you're saying is this is an incredibly successful attorney, and they're very powerful and influential, and I think it did have some effect. Now, during the podcast, Jay said that when it comes to Erika's role on Beverly Hills, he doesn't feel it has worked in her favor. The number of things that she said on the show have been so bad for her, and we're definitely going to use that as we're prosecuting our civil claims, and we're going to be able to show that she was lying to the public. She has a truth problem. She lies all the time, and she lied about some key things, including about the financial condition of Girardi Keese and her family when she knew that they were out of money. Now, Jay then noted that Erika's comments about her cases, including suggesting or the suggestion of being vindicated in cases against her being dismissed, were so random. I can't tell if she's lying about them or if she truly just isn't getting good advice from her attorney. The cases weren't dismissed. They're just refiled in a different location. Okay. Now, they're also saying that she fails to acknowledge turning over the wrong earrings in appeal, as Tom Girardi is accused of funneling over $1 million to the bar investigator. And it just keeps going. They said, here is Erika Girardi's brief response trying to address the mootness issue of her appeal on the earrings. She argues that she will only seek monetary damages against the estate, and there is $18 million in cash for her to go after. She doesn't address that she turned over a different pair than on the invoice, why she didn't move to stop the sale, or why the buyer's rights are not impaired, who is not a party to the appeal. As Beverly Hills fans may recall, the earrings Erika turned over were sold for $250,000, and they were sold to Ronald Richards' wife, Lauren Richards. Wow. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of information in here. Jay Edelson obviously feels like this is not going to go well for Erika. I'm curious to see as he continues to come out with more. It's not over until it's over, right? So we don't know. Am I wishing any ill on anyone? No. And like I always say, if there's a big win for Erika, we will definitely bring that up and talk about that as well. It's not just the negative, but I do want to hear what you guys think. I don't want to just put this out here and not ask your opinions. So guys, go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think about this whole IRS investigation and Jay Edelson's interview with Kate Casey. If you haven't listened to the full interview, go check out her podcast, Reality Life with Kate Casey, because like I said at the beginning, she gets incredible interviews, and let us know what you think as well. Again, tomorrow we are doing our morning meeting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern with Jason and Shaylee, and I'll let you guys know everything that we have coming up for the week, so definitely check that out, and that'll be on Up and Adam 2, our messy little sister channel. Go get subscribed. I'll pin that link in the comments, and over here, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, And also, we are going live on this channel tomorrow with Margaret Josephs. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.